Hey guys, so today I thought I might offer a few recommendations as far as many of the books that have influenced me in terms of the bodybuilding and fitness industry and fitness world. So today I've basically got five books. I'm definitely a bookaholic. I love to read, especially good fitness book, good bodybuilding books. You know, there's a lot of junk out there as well, just trying to push products and different things like that. But many of the books that I have read, they come along with a certain philosophy of fitness and bodybuilding, and so I use that kind of interim as a way of appreciating what a writer can say about bodybuilding and about fitness. So one of the first ones by far is Building the Classic Physique, The Natural Way by Steve Reeves. This book is chock full of information about Steve Reeves, but also a lot of the workout routines and diet routines that he did, and also sort of his ethos about that classic physique. You know, many times today it's all about bulk and all about strength or all about size, and he was much more about balance, trying to find that Grecian ideal that he did very well with. It was much more towards beauty as opposed to shock and awe. Which many have today. Another book that I love, partially because it's written somewhat poetically. I mean, it's really a beautiful book to read, and it's called Brother Iron, Sister Steel by Dave Draper. Dave Draper was Mr. America, Mr. Universe back in the 70s. He used to compete with Arnold and those type of lineage. And so, in large part, I mean, it's mostly about his philosophy of bodybuilding, but then also really thick in the different routines that he used and the different techniques that he used in his dieting routine. You know, in fact, this is actually where I got the idea for a 3-day tuna and water diet, which I've done a couple of times, and it does work. I mean, it'll definitely cut you down really quick if you're just trying to lose that last couple of inches. So the next one, this one was definitely very influential on me as well, and I took a lot of it to heart. It's the high intensity training with Mike Minster. Mike Minster he's one of the guys, the proponents of high intensity training. He actually learned directly from Arthur Jones, who basically invented it. And I love high intensity training. I come to find that there's a nice balance between that high intensity training and more endurance and hypertrophy training. But that book is done very well, great workout routines in there. And then the second to last is Beyond Brawn by Stuart McRobert. This book is definitely basically a no BS book about how intense and hard training needs to be. But then also some really good diet advice. It's pretty dense. There's a lot of information in there, but it's all good information as far as I'm concerned. And then the last book, this one is funny. This one isn't technically about bodybuilding. It's more about fitness and the human body. It's called Bruce Lee, Jeet Kune. I'm just a big fan of Bruce Lee. His whole idea of expressing the human body and seeing the body as a way of kind of a theology of the body, if you will, a philosophy of the body. Some of it gets a little bit Taoist for my taste, but it's still a beautiful expression of the balance and beauty of the human body and what the body is for. The fact that you can't think something all the time without doing anything. Action is what actually produces that external philosophy, and that's what Bruce Lee was so good at explaining. So those are 5 books that I definitely highly recommend. If you decide to pick them up, let me know what you think about them. I'll definitely link them below in the information section on this YouTube video. If you've got any book recommendations, you know, I'm always up for reading something new. So anyway, visit my website, jaredzimer.com, and as always, lift heavy.